Welcome back to Tokusatsu Girlfriend. I'm Squall. And
I'm cut you off. I'm sorry. I'm Laur.
Hey. How's it going? No, it's okay. It's fine. We just kind of do those off the cuff.
I'm so sorry.
No. It's okay. It's only episode 3. We'll get our groove, our rhythm
Okay.
going. It's because we don't film these frequently that it's kind of just like a mad game when we decide to do one. Everything kind of that can go wrong sometimes does. But yeah. I'm having fun doing these.
I am too.
I think everybody else is hopefully enjoying these. We've got a couple good comments and reviews so far.
Yes, thank you so much.
Especially on our after show from last time. People like that. I want to kind of do some more fun games, so I have a couple things planned that we can talk about that we can kind of jump into for all of that. But if you guys are new here, Tokusatsu Girlfriend is me taking my lovely girlfriend Laur kind of like on a pilgrimage of Tokusatsu seasons from the past. Because she's new to the fandom, she's new to pretty much everything. She's only seen like one season, which was Shikanger, and
I loved it.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like trying to show her these new, just kind of like show her seasons and try to get her input. And I thought having her input kind of like in these chunks would be really fun. So that's basically how Tokusatsu Girlfriend came to be.
Yep.
So let's jump back into it. We're watching Kamen Rider Fourze, and we just watched the chunks of episodes of 21 to 31.
Yeah, that sounds right. I have no idea.
So do you want to give us a few? Do you want to give us a quick recap of the episodes and the little mini arcs that we've gone over so far since last episode?
I would love to do that.
What was the first one?
We watched the one where there's a new homeroom teacher, and Cancer appears.
That's right. He's definitely shown in that episode. He's like the one that we think the teacher is the bad guy.
Yeah, she's all like doing that super cool kick thing. Yeah, it was funny because
the little gallop kick.
Yeah, I the day after we watched that episode, I wore these like high heels to work that sounded just like hers. And so like the bathrooms are normally dead at work, and so I went in there and like I was doing my little clip clop. I'm like, I sound like the teacher. Luckily, no one came in, so that's good because I don't know how I would have explained that to anyone. But yeah, very inspirational.
Well, unfortunately, she didn't stick around long enough in the show. That was actually kind of like a little cameo because she played a Sentai alum in Hurricaneger. She was blue.
That's what you said.
Mm-hmm. I think I showed you that episode of it too.
You did.
And then, of course, we got introduced to I forget what his name is, but he played Cancer. What do you think of Cancer?
He seemed very, I don't know, I guess he's supposed to kind of seem overpowered since he's like a new Zodiac that Fourze and by extension Meteor are encountering. He's cutting things up, and I thought for sure fire would work really well on him because, or
electricity even.
Well, yeah, electricity, but definitely I was thinking fire more since, you cook crab and stuff like that. I was like, oh, you're definitely gonna cook this villain, but no, he didn't.
Nope, he's gonna stick around for a couple episodes. So what was the next pair after that?
How do you pronounce the swan again?
It was like Kingus.
Kingus, that's right. He is, it was very, it's a callback for me because that's one of my favorite levels on Katamari. So that's what I was thinking.
The Kingus level?
Yeah, with the swan. You have to collect all the swans.
Oh, I haven't played. Lauren's a huge Katamari player.
Sorry to take it there, but that's mostly what I was thinking of the whole time we were watching it. It made me want to play Katamari.
She's always just humming the songs.
I am. But that's what that really reminded me of. I thought it was a really good episode, though, that really kind of threw me for a loop because I was like, is this guy going to be like a new ally? They
kind of teased that a little bit, like with this episode, and then like a couple in the future after that.
Yeah, for sure. And I kind of, like with Meteor, we have kind of the whole like, I'm not on your side, but I'm gonna help you in battle all the time, but I'm not on your side. So I'm like, is this new hero character going to be someone that is more like transparent and more like, yeah, I'm fighting with Fourze? But no, that did not end up being the case.
Yeah, no.
He's a bad guy.
Yeah, well, I mean, they have to keep their main ones on.
I know, but I didn't know that. I was like, are we gonna add a third rider to the mix? What's happening? But no,
they do that a lot in like recent Kamen Riders. They'll have the tertiary rider come in, and I don't know, if you ask me, Meteor is definitely like the actual third rider. Like
third.
Well, like just like the behaviors and sort of the things that he goes through is very Third Rider-esque.
Oh, okay.
Where he's kind of like the villain for whatever reason.
Like the anti-hero?
Yeah, we can get into that later if you want. Oh, so then the next episodes were the graduation.
Yeah, graduation and prom. That kind of threw me for a loop. Well, okay. I didn't want to come around to Shun, but I'm...
Did it happen? It finally happened?
A little bit. Yes. A little bit. Yeah, he got a little bit of wiggle room with me. Mm-hmm. Still am not a fan of what he did to Miyu, just dumping her like that and moving on to the next queen of the school.
Best promposal ever, though.
I did say that. Yeah. That, it ain't
nothing on, like, donuts or shit.
Yeah, I said that during the episode, too. I was like, there was that article just posted here in KC about, like, a principal saying, this is the best promposal ever. And it was like a kid went to Dunkin' Donuts or Krispy Kreme and got prom written on the donuts. And I'm like... Watching.
He had to buy 5 donuts for that? Oh my God.
I know, not even a dozen. But then we've got Shun over here rolling up like with the whole football team, and he's got a whole production going on.
They call that a prom dozen, by the way.
A prom dozen. Oh, shut up. Okay, and I was just like, wow, this is really him going the extra mile. And she just wasn't having it, which I can't be mad at her for that because that's what I said I wanted, was for Miyu to stick to her guns. That's one of the things I like about her is that she doesn't back down from her opinion, when she's very convicted. And I like that about her. So I can't get mad, even though I was kind of like, and I hate to admit it, I was like, oh, I do actually want to see them get together. I think these 2 episodes made me realize that. I'm like, okay, he can still do some more groveling. He still needs to like grovel a little bit harder and be like, I was such a jerk. I'm sorry, Miyu. Let me make it up to you. But I think at the end of the day, I do want to see those 2 together. It was very, bittersweet to see them graduate. You had me going for a little bit, kind of, sort of.
Even the show had you going for a little bit. I forgot that they have like a little montage of like their time on the show because it's like they're going to be gone. Like JK takes over the reins of the Powerdizer. Yuki is now the president. Yeah.
Giant eye roll at him being in the Powerdizer, but I guess he does an okay job. And I think Yuki is... she's a very good president. I, had all the faith in the world in her. So not surprised there, but I am very happy for my baby girl.
But they immediately come back. They're not even gone. They're in college now, but they're all still hanging out.
I will say that I was kind of shocked that she was like, that Miyu, sorry, I should have specified her. Miyu was like, I want to go to the prom with Gentaro, not you. And I was like, what?
It wasn't.
But then they explained it. That's how the first part of that episode ended. Was her shoving.
I want to go to Gentaro.
Yeah, shoving Shun away, and he was literally
Shun.
Dressed as a clown. The clown he is. The tomfoolery. She's like, I want to go to prom with Gentaro, and I was just like, what? I'm like, that is like, I do not ship that. Like, no, thank you. I love them as friends, but I do not see them as a couple. But then it was later explained, she explained why she wanted to dance with.
Impacted them the most on school.
Right. And then I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, fair. And
it was good that they brought back like 3 of the other like prominent switchers, like the one from Mew's group, the witch, the one from Head Trauma Boys track episode.
Yeah, I really liked that. I thought that the in that episode, the switch monster, the newspaper chick or whatever, that she was obvious.
Yeah.
Like from the very beginning, I was like, oh, well, she's the one, because we like to play this game where we're like, guess who is the monster? Guess who's the switcher?
Makes it really easy. Like when we watch Double eventually. You will get bonus points if you can guess who it is. We should actually do something like while we watch it. Or if you can guess it before the next episode, right, you get a point. Okay. And at the end of it, we'll see how many you got right.
I'm down.
Awesome. So what happened next?
So prom episode happened, and then they're like, we're not going anywhere. We're actually going to stay. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm here for it. I'm happy about it.
Welcome back.
And then she's all like, I'm going to be the chairwoman. And Yuki's like, there goes my power. Which I love. I love their dynamic. It's so cute. But anyway, the next episode, we found out, well, we knew who Meteor was, but...
What? Since when?
Oh my God. His identity was discovered, which I thought...
Stupid.
It was so dumb, to be honest, because he is such a careful, guarded, cautious character. He never lets his guard down. And that whole fight with Cancer, who enters a library, which is very easy to hide in. Meteor follows him in, is literally in there for like 5 seconds, calls out, Cancer, are you here? Guess not. And immediately unhinges him.
Like right in that room.
I'm just like, you looked down one aisle, couldn't find him, and decided he wasn't there.
He didn't even look down an aisle. He was just like standing in the entryway, and he's just like, I don't know. Okay.
Guess he's gone.
That was also the episode where it's like summer vacation, so the whole school's just empty.
I was just like, come on, dude. You are more cautious than that. And like, he literally just had that conversation with Tachibana where he's like, yo, if anyone finds out your identity is Meteor, you're cut off.
And that's what happened. He wasn't able to transform. He went after him.
Tachibana doesn't play.
No, he's fucking dizzy as shit, but he don't play.
He's probably a little bit more aggro because he's up there like drifting around, can't get his bearings. I would be pissed too. So he doesn't play, and Ryusei found that out.
But then he, so Ryusei goes to visit his friend. Who has a fever in the hospital, a coma fever.
I'm so confused about what illness has befallen his friend.
He's just like in a sleep because of the switch.
Okay.
And he can't unswitch it because he's like in a coma or something. It's not really ever explained fully. But then he basically gives them the ability to what is he doing with those people? He's like holding onto their souls, and he like
and he
if
does
they can make him laugh.
The open mic from hell.
Yeah.
And they all have to tell their own jokes. Miyu gets cut off immediately.
Nope.
She's like, I've got one. And then he's like, nah. And then I actually did laugh at Gen's joke about the gardeners. One thing we can agree on, we're best buds. Get it? And I love that he just kept saying, get it? Best buds. Get it? And even when he got brought back after.
He was still saying, get it?
Yeah, he woke up saying, get it?
But then Tachibana gave him the
storm, meteor.
The new switch. Yeah. Which, how did he get it down there, by the way?
He beamed it down there. He threw it and hoped it would land right there.
Right at the wharf where he wanted it to be.
A little semi-hidden. So, what if someone else picked that up?
Yeah, there's a black box here. It's called the Bomb Squad.
Yeah.
But what did you think of his power-up, Meteor Storm?
I think it's super cool. I love the outfit. The little costume change. I'm here for it in every way. It is, you pointed this out and I completely agree, and now I can't unsee it, but it's Beyblade-esque.
Yes.
Like,
he lets it rip.
He does let it rip. Yeah, so I like it. I to be honest, I'm not feeling his new little staff thing that he has. Not a fan of it.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there, I guess. I think his power-up is cool. He obviously needed it. I am very happy that he did choose to go to his friend's side.
Yeah.
Because Tachibana was all like, I'll make you Meteor again if you...
Kid, just basically ditch them.
Yeah, if you ditch them and come... If you make it here by 4 o'clock, then you can be Meteor again. And we know how important being Meteor is to Ryusei. Like,
everything.
It is. That's his life. And so I was pleasantly surprised and very proud of him that he went back and went to save his friends.
Yeah.
And do I sense a little romance happening between Tomo and Ryusei?
I don't know. Do you?
I think I do. I think I see it.
Well, we were also streaming recently, and someone was like, you two should cosplay Tomo and Ryusei. And we're like, damn it.
You were like that. I was like, what?
Yeah,
okay.
And that's kind of how you picked up on it now. So then the next episode chunk, the two were like the new classmates, like Term is back.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we also met this is in the last episode, but we also met Gen's grandpa. I just want to talk about him really quickly.
Yeah.
He's so cute. Oh my god, he's the coolest old dude ever. And I just want to give a shout out to Yuki's Galaxy Hot Pot. I don't know what homegirl was thinking, but I love her.
It's just full of chili pepper.
And, you know, it was cute. Go for it, girl. Live your best space life. But anyway, new classmates, new term starts. Spring is in the air and Gen is very here for it. And he wants to befriend all the new students. Like, this is his time to be alive. And he does. He finds a rando freshman and is like, we're going to be friends. And then literally grabs him and runs with him.
Yeah.
Like, causes the dude to fall and all this other stuff. And then The guy already has a friend. The girl's like,
yeah, that
piss
whole
off.
kind of subplot's kind of dumb. It's just like them. They've been friends.
They don't really explain that at all. I mean, they do, but they don't.
It's mostly just for the bigger part of those 2 episodes, which is all about Osigi, your favorite character.
I love him. He is a buffoon, and I love him. Like, his expressions, the things he says, like, oh my God, I live for it.
Because at the end of the episode, the door to the rabbit hutch opens, and it's him. He's finally found out because he's their new homeroom teacher too, by the way.
Who's stalking them.
Yeah, who's stalking the 3 of them. And yeah, he eventually becomes the official teacher for the Kamen Rider Club.
Because they need a teacher sponsor to be an official club. And I loved it. Oh my God, it was so cute, especially at the end when he was like, Kisaragi! And then
Jojima!
and you guys are here too.
Yeah. Sakura!
He couldn't believe it. He's so happy. And I love that he's embracing Gin at the end. And they're both just like, yay, we found each other. So yeah, I was very happy about that. Yes, 2 enthusiastic thumbs way up.
So then let's move on to the last episode we watched, which was all about the Aries Zodiac. Because obviously the meteor storm saw Cancer get swept off to the Dark Nebula, and they dropped hints that the 7th Zodiac would be soon coming to fruition, which if you've been keeping count at home, there's only been 5. So who is the 6th? And we find out that at Ryusei's school that Aries, who is...
Aries.
Aries. Why? What am I saying?
You're saying Aries?
That's fine.
It's Aries.
Aries is a transfer student from Amanagawa High School. So... yeah, what did you think of that? What do you think of Aries Zodiac?
Well, they just kind of threw him at us. Like, this whole time they've been searching, and then they're like, surprise.
He's been at the school the whole time.
Yeah, which, like, shouldn't, what's his butt, Ryusei have known that? But I guess they did the transfer, so that makes sense.
Shouldn't Tachibana know that?
Well, yeah, I guess so. What is he doing if not, like, checking that out? He's overseeing that whole mission, I assume.
He does his best. He's dizzy.
He can't keep an eye on the screen at all times because he's constantly like spinning,
flipping around, doing little pivots.
Yeah, he doesn't look happy about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, apparently he's been at Ryusei's high school this whole time. Very unassuming.
Controlling people and putting them to sleep.
Yeah, what's that about?
Just a weird little kink of his, I guess.
Thing that he can do.
Yeah.
And I love that Libra, these past few episodes, has just been getting, like, shit all over. Like, you know, the last arc that we talked about, he was, like, top dog. He's the one in charge. Virgo's there, and it's very obvious Virgo, to some extent, outranks him, or at least seems to me to be more powerful than he is. She seems to be his superior in some shape or way, like, some form. But he still seemed, you know, to be top dog. Like, no one was messing with him. He was pretty, you know, high up there. And then this arc, we see 2 high school students who are Zodiacs who are just, like, walking all over him and making him look like their bitch. Yeah. And he gets rid of one. He totally, like, is like sends Cancer to the Dark Realm. I guess he's hanging out with Miss Sonoda now. But then Aries also, like, he comes to visit Aries, and Aries also is like,
bitch, this is my domain. Get out of here.
Yeah, he's like, fuck off, dude. Get out of here.
And I should note that we actually, like, 10, 20 minutes ago just finished watching this episode. So
it's very fresh.
The biggest thing that happened was Ryusei, who's been searching for Aries this whole time, because Aries, and he shows him, has the power to bring people out of sleep.
Yeah.
And he ends up meeting with the boy. And then it cuts to Gentaro, who catches up to him because he's going to put all these people to sleep, and Gentaro just starts rocking his shit. Like,
yeah, he's doing the damn thing.
Yeah,
like,
he's going to take him out right then and there.
He's killing him. Like, I have never seen a Zodiac go down as fast as, you know, Fourze is taking him out. Like, it's no problem. Lickety split. He's
getting powerful. He's got 39 switches.
Yeah, he
40's not working
He's
yet.
killing it. He's absolutely decimating it. And then, well, okay. So let's not forget Tachibana gave Meteor his orders and was like, no, we're not going to mess around with Ares. I've got a plan. You're going to defeat Ares with Fourze. Like,
yeah,
those
he's
are
not
your
having
orders.
That. Yeah, he's not having that.
Which, if I were in Ryusei / Meteor's place, after having my powers taken away from me,
I might listen to the guy.
I'd probably be like, okay, yeah,
well, he
you
says
got
that
it.
if he gets the switch from the horoscope, he can figure out and maybe use the power himself. But
Right.
Meteor's like, no, we got to do it now.
And he even tells him, he's like, calm down, dude. Take a chill pill and several seats. Like,
several seats.
I'm the one up here in space losing my shit. You're the one down there. Follow my orders.
So what happens next?
So Fourze is absolutely killing it. And the other students are getting in on the fight. Things are going remarkably well. Probably the best that I've ever seen a fight go down, especially versus an actual like horoscope, an actual like
Main
zodiac.
boss, yeah.
Like he is just getting it. And then Meteor appears and to no one's surprise starts attacking Fourze. And I figured, okay, yeah, I get it. He needs Ares. You know, that's the ultimate end goal is his, you know, save his friend. I get that. I figured he was going to beat up Fourze because let's be real. I mean, I've always felt like Meteor could take on Fourze pretty easily. Like, Gin is just, I don't know. He's very powerful. He's great at what he does. But I just feel like, I don't know, Ryusei gives off the impression that he's been doing this longer than Gin has been.
Just fighting in general, like all the flashbacks, it shows them like in like a Dragon Ball Z arena-esque thing.
Yeah. He just seems more acclimated to the whole thing.
Sure.
And so I've always figured that if it came down to a fight between the two of them, that it wouldn't be much of a competition. Like, I also feel like Gin wouldn't fight back because even though he doesn't know that Meteor is Ryusei, he still, in my head canon, he still considers Meteor an ally because Meteor in the past has shown up. And even when he's like, I'm not your friend, leave me alone. It's kind of like, I don't know. He doesn't really mean it. Like, he's like that mean cat that's like, I'm not your friend, but rubs up against you. You know?
Oh, yeah, like ours.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
So he jumps into the fight. What is the very last?
Can I cuss here?
Yeah.
He fucking kills Gentaro. He's just like, you said you wanted to help me, then you can die for me so that I can help my friend. You said that's what you wanted to do, so die. And he does. He like 5-point palm exploding heart techniques him. And I'm just like, what?
And then Tachibana was like, oh, hell no.
He could have jumped in way sooner than that.
Well, he was probably like upside down trying to get to the control panel like, shit.
Yeah, that's true. And it probably takes a little bit for the signal to like get beamed down.
Because it's 2011, satellites weren't nearly as fast as they are today.
I am so salty about the whole exchange. Like, I really thought, okay, he'll beat his ass, but he's not going to kill him.
Yeah, he totally just straight up murders him right then and there.
He does. And
Gentaro, everyone gets to see that it's Ryusei.
Yeah, because Tachibana finally gets his shit together.
Yeah.
And it's like, oops, gonna unhinge him. Cool. You're
even
like,
in death, Gentaro is still cool with it.
I know, because Gin is too good for this world. And that's the only solace I can take out of this is Gin is and always will be too good for this world.
So last episode, we talked about Ryusei.
Yes.
And we talked about the punch that he landed on Fourze and Gentaro being like, wow, you punched like Meteor. Do you remember what I said from that? Do you remember at all? I can play a little clip here. I can play a little clip from last week. Here we go. You ready?
Okay, please do. And I kept waiting for that. I kept waiting for him to like, wink or be like,
He could be punched He could be punched by Meteor to like the day he dies, and he'll never fucking put the two and two together.
I was just waiting for him. I'm like, come on, Gin. You're throwing shade, right? Like, you're like kind of wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You punch like Meteor.
Did you? How do you feel about that?
Why would you do that to me? This is, by the way, this is so indicative. This is so our relationship. Like,
I totally went out of my way to make a soundbite of that.
And you do shit like that. You like will subtly throw things at me that I don't get, and then like down the road, you'll be like, remember when I said that thing? And it actually turned out that I told you exactly what was going to happen and you didn't realize. That is, in a nutshell, our relationship. I can't believe you. Wow.
But I thought I'd put that in there. A couple of listeners actually picked up on that and thought that was very funny. I had someone message me and they go, "You bastard."
Yes, thank you for that. More messages of that nature, please.
But with that episode ending, what do you think is going to happen in the series? What do you think it's going to go from now on?
Better. He, better, all caps, better come back. Like, there better be some Sailor Moon healing escalation shit happening here, and he better get brought back because it just has to happen. I can't see anyone else as Fourze. I know you hinted to me that it's going to be Kingo, the asshole who threw a person's love letter
still on this
in a muddy ravine.
Well, it had water in it.
A muddy ravine. That's what I said. And he's gonna pick up the mantle of my friendly space boy. I doth not purchase it. No, I'm not buying it. It's not happening. No.
What do you think's gonna happen to Ryusei?
Nothing good, I hope. I was on his side. Like, I know that people probably will not get this reference, but I'm going to say it anyway for maybe the one person that will. But it's like that episode of America's Next Top Model where Tyra lost it. And she's like, we were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. We were on your side. That's how I feel. That, like, it turned into a meme. So maybe people will know what I'm talking about. But that's how I feel. I feel like Tyra Banks losing her shit, being like, I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. And you fucking blew it, Meteor. What the hell? I loved him. He was quickly becoming like, you asked me to rank today, which I got salty about. Yeah. It put me in a bad mood because I'm like, I like them all. Don't make me do this. But I like Meteor a lot. I really do. And that was just like earth-shattering for me. Like, that's so sad. He's got to be brought back. Like, oh my God, I can't, I'm still, like
you don't know how to go from this?
We just watched this episode like 20 minutes ago, so this is still really fresh for me. Like, you've been hinting he was going to die this whole time.
Yeah, I have.
And
I was like, how are you going to feel if someone dies in this show? And you're just like, unless if it's Kengo, not good.
Not well. Even Shun, I was going to be like, oh, shed a tear or a sad face for ya, dude. But
Shun a tear.
But this is too much. This is a step too far. This has crossed a line. I'm not here for it. Explain.
Me?
Anyone. Explain.
Well, what I want to do next is I want to quickly take a little break here. For you, the podcast listener, this will be almost instantaneous, but we're going to go watch the next episode. And we will be back to record the final portion of this podcast. But if you guys like this podcast, if you guys are supporters on Patreon, you are getting them as soon as they're done, which is like weeks, even months before they probably will go up. So thank you for that, Patreon.
Yes, thank you.
And we will be right back after watching episode 32.
I guess.
She's not having it.
I'm not. This is not okay with me. And he better come back is all I can say.
All right. Well, we'll be right back. We're back.
We are.
So we just watched episode 32, and give me your thoughts. Give me some of those. Give me the skinny on it.
I fucking knew it. You tried to lead me astray again, saying no, Gin's really dead. This happens in Kamen Rider. They die.
It does.
Okay, and maybe that's the case, but I knew it. I knew that Gintaro wasn't gonna die. You can't keep a bad bitch down.
A bad space bitch.
He is back. He is alive. He is better than ever. I knew that Cosmic Switch had to be good for something, and it is. He has a cute new form that I am completely here for, and I knew it. I knew you couldn't kill him. He is back. He is risen. Praise him, the one true Moon Prince. I am so happy that he is not dead.
That was one of my favorite moments when Kengo is told to go look on the rabbit hutch exterior, and he finds the message written by his father that...
Which is cute. That's so cute.
The only way to overcome and basically become one with space and out there is through friendship.
Yeah.
And it shows all those scenes of Gentaro like breaking through and making new friends out of enemies and all that kind of really good stuff that I think a lot of people maybe don't remember or don't take away from the show.
Right.
And I absolutely love it. And the very first person to come and save Ryusei is Gentaro.
Which, of course, he is.
Mm-hmm.
He's so sweet. He's a better person than me. We already knew that, but...
Yeah, you were like, as soon as they're all like, we forgive you, Ryusei, you were like holding her hand up like, hold on a second.
Let me stop you right there.
Until what Jake said, and he was like, well, I guess if the guy he murdered is okay with it.
I was like, well, you got me there, JK, so what can I say to that? Still not happy about it, but...
So, new form. This is his final form, the cosmic state.
It's
so what do you
very
think?
Cool. It's very, very cool. I know you were like a big fan of the magnetic form, which is cool, but it kind of left a little something to be desired for me.
Of course.
But this one, the cosmic final form, I'm completely here for it. I told you it seems way more efficient. He can just press a little
beep boop beep.
Yeah, little keypad, which switch he wants to use. I'm like, they should have been doing this from the beginning, but I get it. It's his final form.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like it. It looks very aesthetically pleasing. It seems more functional.
And
I like it.
He completely murders Ares.
He does, like, no problem. Which also, I want to go back to that since we watched the episode, and that seems to be the Japanese pronunciation is
Ares.
That's what you were saying. So I'll say, I'm sorry, and we were both right.
Yes, Ares and Ares. It kind of goes back to, if I can jump into this for just a second, I had a big hassle, I want to say like this time last year, with Fourze in general, because the common pronunciation outside of Japan, if you don't speak Japanese, is Fourze, you know, because I was saying Fourze, because that is a way that they also say it in the show, because his name is a pairing of 40, like you even heard Gamo say 40, like
yeah,
that's
40.
how he says it. Yeah, it's 40. And it's Fourze because it rhymes with the Koze, and that was the basic saying that everybody kind of started saying after the first couple episodes with the intro. But
yes.
Regardless.
Anyway.
What else happened in this? What did you think of his little Harry Potter moment?
Where
I know that's what you
saw
said.
the outline of his parents, and he was all like, Mom, Dad. And then Kengo was like, wait, don't go there. And he was like, oh, okay, never mind.
And it was cute that like all of his friends were there trying to pull him back.
Right. I didn't notice Ryusei there, but...
Well, yeah.
He did murder him.
He wasn't his friend yet.
I guess that's true. They didn't do the official friendship handshake. So
they did the official friendship handshake.
Which I was side-eyeing, but like JK said, if, Gin is fine with him, then I guess I can't have a problem with him either. But I'm like, ooh, you killed my boy. You tried to kill him. And like, I get where Gin is coming from when he came back. He is like, all there is to it is that, we were both fighting for our friends and you won.
He can't be, he can't be bad if he's fighting for a friend.
And I'm like, good point, but I'm still bitter, man. I'm going to hold this grudge for a while.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But Kingo did kind of redeem himself. I've been telling you he's going to have to do like some wonderful, great act.
He brought back your favorite character.
He did. So while I still think throwing someone's love letter in some gross water is a real dick move. He made efforts. He made efforts to be a good person. So I'm like, okay, man, okay.
I don't want to spoil anything else.
Yes.
I'm not going to subtly hint anything else because there is something big coming up next episode that's going to kind of set other things into motion, because the next episode is the school trip to Kyoto.
Yeah, I saw.
And we meet a very important character coming up. I don't know if you caught it at all. He was Kengo's dad's friend.
Oh, yeah. I did see that.
But there is more redeeming moments for Kengo.
Okay, good.
I feel like Kengo is the central character of the show. He's not the main character, but he's very much the central character where this is sort of the middle point, a little bit closer to the end now, but this is like the middle chunk of the show before everything starts getting crazy. And it's kind of this very nice arc that he has that will finish very different by the end of the show.
Okay.
So I hope you're ready for that.
I would like to see it.
What do you think the show is going to go into next? Because obviously we are getting into more of the horoscopes. We're getting more into kind of like the final end game.
Yeah, how many episodes do we have left?
Well, if we just finished 32, we have about 15.
15? Okay. Wow, that's more than I thought. But that's okay. That's good. I am kind of in that weird mode where I'm like, oh, it's so good. I wanna finish it, but I don't want to finish it. So obviously we're gonna see more Zodiarts. I think that they're gonna start dropping faster. Now that we're getting towards the end. I don't think it's gonna take as long to defeat them.
Well, Ari's was only for 2 episodes.
Yeah, exactly.
He was literally here for just the little arc.
Yeah, and then now he's gone.
Now he's in a coma
He's
too.
also in a coma, so poetic justice, I guess. But I think that we're gonna start seeing those Zodiarts like dropping like crazy. I think Libra's gonna hit the ground here pretty soon.
Yeah, he's losing
He's on his
control.
last leg. I think that
Well, Virgo even in this episode like mentioned that he's stronger now, Fourze, but not nearly as strong as her.
yeah, exactly. So I think that we are going to touch more on Virgo. I think we're going to see her. We've yet to really see her like fight. You know what I mean? Like we've gotten a taste of it, but we haven't seen like, she hasn't been the main baddie. She always just kind of like shows up and like, yeah, she just kind of shows up and like has a few one-liners and then she disappears. She hasn't really like been the main centralized villain.
She doesn't need to be. She lets the other guys do it.
Right, which is pretty smart actually. So I think maybe we're going to see more of a shift in focus onto her as the main bad guy, and then I don't know, maybe more of obviously more Zodiart appearances because I think they're getting rid of Libra pretty soon.
Yeah. if I remember right, I've only seen the show all the way through once. And I don't really remember a lot of things outside of certain episodes. Like these last 2 were some of my favorite episodes. Like I will never forget like the scene with Kengo finding the message from his father and like all of them reaching out for Gen, because Gen's always reaching out to everybody else. Like that's literally in the beginning of every episode, and the theme is he's reaching out to seize his future, and this is the one time that they're all reaching out to seize him, and I'm like, oh,
It's so cute.
I love it. Like Kamen Rider does these things where the intro is very like on point with the theme, but you don't realize it until like sometimes the final episodes or these special episodes like this, that there's stuff in the theme that actually enforces something that happens like in the final episode. Like Build has one where like literally like you're like watching the whole intro and you're like, oh, this is cool, this is cute, like it works for the show, and then like you come to find out like in the last few episodes like that literally tells you the ending right there if you know enough and pay attention to it enough, and Kamen Rider does that a lot where like the intro is like the ending of the show and it's been there in your face the whole time.
Now I'm gonna be watching for that when we start watching Build. So
No.
I hope you didn't just spoil that for me, boyfriend.
No, I didn't. I'm good. We're good.
Okay, we'll see.
Tokusatsu Girlfriend. So anything else you want to say about these episodes overall?
Well, just going back to like seeing the future if I can, or what I hope we're heading towards, or whatever you want to call that. I think now that we know who Ryusei is, I think that, and especially, once you kill your friend and he comes back,
Where do you go from there?
Your friendship's probably going to be pretty strong. So I think that we are definitely going to see more of a collaborative between Meteor and Fourze, because now Meteor doesn't have his own agenda. He accomplished it. He got Ares, killed Gin and his friend, didn't make it, which I'm like,
Wow.
I mean, not to be that bitter bitch, but haha, dude, like it serves you right for that horrible deed. I know that's heartless, but
I'm not talking about Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, cute. So yeah, I think that we're going to see more of like joining of forces between the two of them now that they've overcome that hurdle of killing one of them and coming back.
Definitely. I think the intro does change by the next episode.
Oh, cool. I'm
that
ready
has
for a new
them
one.
At the very last, like, shot together. With, like, cosmic states and everything, too.
I think we need to figure out Tachibana's end game here, because that's also what the head of the...
Yeah, he reached out to Kengo and everything.
Yeah, he was like, hey, he disobeyed my orders, talking about, or you say Meteor. He's like, yeah, he disobeyed me. this is how you're going to bring Fourze back.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful to that dude. He might be up in space twirling around, but he knows some things, and I'm grateful to that. How did he know that there was a message, though, on the outside of...
Dun, dun, dun.
How did he
Well, he's in
know that?
space, too. He's in a satellite that can literally see anything on Earth, so maybe he was, like, looking over at the moon.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, it's still, like... Yeah, I don't know. You might find out. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to spoil anything.
Okay.
I also don't remember a lot of that goes on. So we'll just chalk it up to I don't remember.
I think there's definitely more to him.
There is.
Okay.
And I think you're going to enjoy it when you find out.
Oh.
And I believe that you will find out by Tokusatsu Girlfriend episode 4.
Oh, okay. I hope so.
You will. You will, definitely.
Yeah. So that's something else I think we need to figure out. Tachibana, what his end game is, what he's doing up in space in his little satellite.
So I think for the next episode, episode 4 of our podcast, we are going to be discussing episodes 33 through 40, if that's a right estimate.
Can I look yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that is actually a good chunk to go back onto.
Okay.
So episode 33 through 40. So if you guys are listening, you're enjoying listening at home, and you want to rewatch these with us and kind of relive it, you can, or you can just listen to this. But if you are going to do that, we are watching episodes 33 through 40, which should be watched and under your belt before the next episode. So yeah, any last remarks? Anything else you want to say?
Don't try and trick me again by telling me that someone is actually dead when they're not, because that was mean.
I'm sorry. Well, I will say this.
It's just remember that you told me no more cryptic hidden hints.
No, I'm just gonna tell you flat out.
Okay.
Someone dies by the end of the season, or the series, I should say. Someone is dead by last episode.
Okay. Well, I'm sure a lot of people. Do you mean someone from Kamen Rider Club?
Yes.
Okay.
So, and just remember that a lot of main riders, a lot of secondary riders, even like most third tertiary riders will die by the end of the episode.
Is it JK? Is he gonna like overdose on Molly or some party drug?
Yeah. How did you know? Awesome. Well, anyway, guys, I'm Squall. Thanks for listening to this episode of Tokusatsu Girlfriend.
I'm Laur. I'm your Tokusatsu girlfriend. Still.
Yeah. We had fun here.
Shut up. Yeah, we do.
And we're gonna take this party, JK party, over to the after show only for Patreon. So if you guys are Patreon, you'll see the post go up with this. Otherwise, we will see everyone else next episode.
Hey, thank you for listening to me talk about stuff I have no idea what I'm talking about.
It's fun.
I hope so.
It's like a continuation of the Clueless series from YouTube.
That's a good way to put it.
And there should be a new one coming up soon with
I'm so excited.
Lauren's mom. So
oh yeah, keep that under wraps. Special Mother's Day edition? Yeah.
all right, guys, we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.